As time passes, TEHYUNG has become caught in a web of moments that, to anyone else, seem too meaningful to simply ignore. Every look, every laugh they share, every seemingly random yet intimate touch, hints at a connection they try to hide beneath the surface of everyday familiarity. There's something unspoken between them, something often hard to explain, yet it throbs, giving the impression that what they have is far more than just a casual friendship. Remember the day Jimin jokingly asked TEHYUNG if he was wearing underwear or pants? TEHYUNG, without shame, replied that he was wearing shorts that looked like underwear, and coincidentally on that day, we learned that the person he was really waiting for was JUNGKOOK. But Jimin, despite coming first, couldn't help but joke around, as if he knew from the start who TEHYUNG was really waiting for. There was a stifled amusement in their laughter, as if they were aware that there was something bigger at stake, something they kept hidden amidst the jokes. When TEHYUNG deliberately devised a simple game, cutting cookie sticks with their teeth until there was no space left between their lips, his bursting laughter revealed more than just a joke. JUNGKOOK knew. They both knew. But they went ahead with it anyway, letting the world believe it was just a game, when the vibes between them were too real to ignore. JUNGKOOK, who seemed distracted by TEHYUNG's bare feet, couldn't stop stealing glances, looking for an opportunity to touch or just feel close. Then there was that unforgettable moment in the middle of the Attack on Bangtan performance. In a moment of adrenaline, TEHYUNG, who should have been focused on finishing the choreography, suddenly forgot everything and ran towards JUNGKOOK. Without hesitation, he threw his body at JUNGKOOK, knocking him to the ground, even though JUNGKOOK was about to sing. But what made it all the more astonishing was the way JUNGKOOK didn't resist, letting TEHYUNG express his intensity, as if he had been trained to accept such uncontrollable outbursts. These moments to anyone else may seem like part of a show, but to anyone who pays closer attention, they are glimpses of something much deeper. Like when at the party under the table, their legs brushing, with TEHYUNG unable to stop touching JUNGKOOK, a seemingly small but meaningful contact. Or when JUNGKOOK tries to get attention with odd gestures, only to get it instantly from TEHYUNG, who is always responsive to JUNGKOOK's every signal. Then there was that night, when TEHYUNG sat on the cushions, talking casually about pajamas in front of JUNGKOOK. Nothing out of the ordinary, except for the way JUNGKOOK stared at him, tracking his every movement with eyes that were undeniably full of admiration and hidden desire. TEHYUNG spoke lightly, as if it were the most ordinary thing in the world, while JUNGKOOK sat silently, taking in every moment, his lips occasionally curling into a small, meaningful smile. The most striking moment came when TEHYUNG, with surprising boldness, unhesitatingly stroked JUNGKOOK's back in front of the fans. The touch seemed ordinary, at first glance. But the way JUNGKOOK accepted the touch, the way his body reacted, the way he let himself be captivated, made everything feel deeper, more real. There was no doubt that for them, this was more than just a moment on stage. And when TEHYUNG, in the middle of the show, parted lips stared at JUNGKOOK, who had just finished exercising, the rest of the world seemed to disappear. The way TEHYUNG stared, the way his tongue ran between his lips, gave clear signs that he was affected more than words could express. Those moments were filled with an unbearable intensity, and anyone who witnessed them would have wondered what was really happening between the two of them. Every moment they shared was filled with something more than friendship. Touches that lingered too long, laughter that was too happy, gazes that were too deep. All of it showed a bond that was far beyond words. Perhaps they themselves were aware of it, but chose to let it be veiled behind jokes and games, when the world could already feel that beneath it all, there was something bigger. Something that, though unspoken, continued to pulse with an undeniable power.